Well, here we are for a little tour of how the orchids are set up. Now they are all watered. Of course, this is the last one. It has a little bud ready to open. It was in bloom when I repotted it to bark. It's very healthy. Lots of good growth. Lots of firm leaves. Very happy. And one of the little arrangements with two little plants growing inside, and they are both on the kitchen counter, surrounded the humidity from the fogger mister. One day I'm going to make a stronger centerpiece so that I can actually sit an orchid on top of a plate above this. And there's the one that I did for the dining room table. And its leaves are still, they're not 100%, but they're better. But it's been in bloom for over a month, and I repotted it in bloom. It's lost a couple little flowers from the first ones that came out, and that is all. It's doing really well. I'm happy with it. And I'll be giving it a little fertilizer when it's through blooming to keep it, other than it gets misted, and we're doing good. So now we'll go over to the centerpiece I made in one of the videos. The little plants inside seem to be doing good. And I've had it on the table now for quite a while. The bamboo seems to be doing good. There's water inside, so it does help with the humidity. And I'm sort of showing plants I have plus the orchids. So this is just the other little arrangement, and I noticed it's getting some new shoots on it. So it gets a little bit of light from the window here, and it gets to sit above. You see, we found this, and it's a Jack. His name is Jack, so we had to get that. We was at the thrift store one day. Oh, we're crazy. Okay, and here's it's an upside down lamp that Jack cut off part of it and drilled the holes. And this one is doing fine. It has a tiny new leaf starting to come, so I did give it some fertilizer too. And it's doing well. There's our little lamp we made. I love it. I love it in the evenings in here. And here's the road cone. I'll pull the shade out the way. This is the road cone. You know, if anybody wanted a bay window or a garden window, I love it. It's added so much to the house. Anyway, these are very healthy and doing good, and I'll try to get down in there. So seems to be doing good roots in there. Lots of good growth. So this is one of the last leaves still coming, so no sign of a spike, but lots of good growth. And of course this one, I made the centerpiece so that I could put a plate over the fogger mister top, because these bowls we made ourselves. And there is my one little fowl that I ordered from Forest View Gardens on the coast. Seems happy, it's doing well, lots of roots, and it's continually getting the mist coming up from the fog, so it is in a special place. Now, Moon Glow, this is one of my oldest orchids. I've had orchids for 5 years, maybe a little bit more, but I'd say 5 years. This is one of my older ones. It was in a paint can on my first videos that we had drilled holes in, because I never had orchid pots, and that's what I used. And it's been repotted. It's still blooming. It blooms every year. So, and this one I actually repotted twice, if you remember. I didn't like what I put it in and repotted again. It's got long spikes, 2 spikes coming, so I'm going to have to very soon put something in for it to hold on to. And there's the Monet pot. was a sewer pot. And there in Spike. They're actually close to the window. They're happy. They like it there, so nothing's going to change. You can see, just barking there. They're very happy. Okay, and there's Moonglow from this side. Yeah. Okay, now this is the one that had lost 2 leaves at once and now is getting 2 new ones at once. I was so concerned about it. I was worried, but they're really nice and healthy and firm. Lots of roots back in there coming, even down here. But it's got this special spot where it's getting extra humidity. Now this is the one that we fertilized today, and it has, there's one of the splits, and you can see the leaf is sad, and no wonder. And there's the other split. So it is getting extra TLC. There's water under this, plus the water from this humidifier, and the one for the bark mulch. So these are new sprouts here on this one, and it is getting some new growth. And this one's been just flowering. It's had 4 flowers in a row. It's done good. And this one hasn't been doing as well. I'm hoping it will. And then I have a little air plant here that had a baby air plant. So let's see. There we go. Yep. So anyway, the humidity here is 60. And the temperature is just over 22. So that's how this window is. And we're going to, slowly without making anybody too busy. Oh, I should show you this clock we made. This, you see the guitar? We have, fun. Jack found his plastic guitar. It wasn't any good, but it had neon on it. I don't have it lit up right now, but the neon lights up. And so then he made a wooden base for it and put the neon on instead of the broken plastic one. And I did a little bit of a paint job on it, and it's quite neat. I should have had it lit, could have showed you. But anyway, we're going to head into the other room. Here we go. And this way. Okay, this little space in here was at one time intended to be the dining room. Too small, so the dining room in the other room was the family room, so I kind of did some furniture switching. It's much better this way. So up on the top, because you can see it's open with the garden window, it's glass up there, so it's cooler in the evenings. Stays a little cooler, and but a lot brighter too. So I have the cymbidiums here, and I think those are not flowers. I think they are new growths. They have little splits in the leaves, and I think they're new growths, which is good too, because I've never had them before, and I did get them at a garage sale. But I think what they are is new growths. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it's looking like it to me. Okay. And of course down here, this is another one of my oldest orchids, I think for years now. It's just been blooming every year. It's the one that has the big purple. It was in my kitchen window last year with the big flowers going way across, 13 or 14 blooms. So it has that spike, and then it does have another one slowly coming. Not as quick as the other one, but it's coming. So I see 2 spikes there. And of course here we have the little fountain going for water and humidity. And the 2 that I fertilized today, and I'm babying a little, but I can show off the leaves. They have improved. They look more like the other one with the split leaves, and no, I see an improvement. So we're hoping that'll be good. In the back is something I made thinking of the grandchildren one time, and it's hanging in there. And all these little cactuses in the back Jack and I grew from seeds. There's a grandpa cactus. Oh, this one we didn't. This one was bought, and it's been here a while, but the other back one. So we have the cactuses. And then here I have a humidity fountain that we made. And then it goes up, so the humidity's coming up. I have another little orchid here, and it's in spike. Yeah. It's been in this pot for over 3 years, I think. It's time to probably repot that one. And then this one here, and it has a little spike right there. Okay, and at the top I have a wax plant, and in the back I have the ZZ plant that I took the leaves off and put out in our greenhouse. And it took a whole year, and this is what I've got, the new ones. The others I gave away to neighbors and friends and everything. So this is my ZZ plant, and I love it. It always looks so healthy, and it's, if you got a brown thumb at all, it just is always doing good. And there's some new growth in here, so it's coming good. I can get them. There we go. So that's the ZZ plant. It's a beautiful decorator plant. It doesn't need a lot of light, and so it kind of gets reflection light here. And so there was the window, and over here I have a Thanksgiving cactus. This one spent the whole summer out in the patio under a cover, and it was in full bloom for our Thanksgiving, which was a few weeks ago now. And it's just waiting for next year, I guess, but I guess there's the odd I'll clean up. I vacuum. I take the vacuum, and when they get all messy, I take them off. So this one is another Thanksgiving cactus, and you can tell because of the pointy leaves. And I think there's 2 plants in here, and this has been in bloom for a while. Quite a few have already come. And this one stayed in the house all year. I didn't do anything special to it, so I don't know if it does help. So there we go. And oh, I forgot the cactus, so I guess that's about it. And that's our quick rundown of how we go. And over here, this cactus was so small. Now it's a pain. It stays there because it's too darn heavy. But it likes it. It stays there, and we don't move it if we don't have to. But out in the greenhouse, I have oh, it's like those. It's like a tequila plant. It's oh, I forget what. It's massive. It was in the house, and it grew so big, and now it's out in the greenhouse. And one day I'll take you on a little trip out there. But that was just a little quick view of what's happening after watering day. Thanks. Bye.